What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Hey, Dave,
Yes.
what are your rules for life?
My rules for life. Wow, dude. Well, no fatties. I I would also like to say that I just saw that joke sitting there and I took it. I clearly
Yeah.
don't feel that way, and quite frankly, I don't call anyone fatties. I don't think that's nice, and I mean it. Especially since in recent years I've become one, and
Yeah, I say it to myself in the mirror all the time.
yeah. And it's a way we are, and it's a way we be, and it's my rule is almost entirely all fatties all the time. Actually, I don't know if I respect anyone my age who's
Funny.
a
You
skinny.
like you reach for your dick, and your other hand smacks it away. No fatties.
No. Wow, that's so funny, dude. I like stop doing stand up because my brain's like, no fatties. You're not allowed up there. You know the rule, bud.
Dude,
Um,
so I've started weighing myself in the morning and the evening, and it's pretty bananas how different it can be. You know,
Really?
same guy. Oh, dude, start doing it. It's very interesting. And I found that most of my shits don't weigh that much. But
You would think.
I've been doing a rule for myself that every single meal that I cook at home has to have broccoli in it. That's
that's
my
right.
New Year's resolution. And let me tell you, buddy, the other day I took a 1.6 pound dump.
Wow, dude.
And I mean, this was yesterday.
Damn, man.
And because I weighed myself before and after it, and my eyes popped out of my head, dude.
Holy shit, dude. That is crazy.
That's a whopper.
Yeah, that's the broccoli like washing your intestines. Just like cleaning the dark matter out of it. Good
They
lord.
do look like little brooms when you eat them. So
Yeah.
it's like, who
Totally.
knows? Like stuff from college I ate probably coming out. I don't know.
That's why I eat a lot of mushrooms. They're like little rakes.
Dude, I do like mushrooms.
Yeah, I do like mushrooms. Turns out my cat likes mushrooms too. We put her on this like probiotic powder
Oh,
for her
damn.
gut health. Gobbles it up, dude, in ways that she didn't before.
It's
She's
funny
like,
how
"Get-"
gut. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, she just likes mushrooms. That's all. She's like, give me them mushrooms.
Why is gut scientific now? It used to be
Yeah.
like a blue collar word, my gut. And
Yeah.
now people are like, work on your gut health with natural. So it's like, why are you saying gut? It's like a mean word. Like, I've never been able to tell a woman like, oh, you got a nice gut.
Yeah, totally. I like
I
your
don't
gut.
understand.
I like
Yeah,
looking at
baby.
it. Let me
That
look at your
bikini
gut.
shows off your gut.
Yeah. Bring that gut over here. Let me look.
I need to get in them.
Yeah.
Get in those guts.
What's in there? Why do you think it's shaped like that? That, by the way, is the type of Southern accent that is my favorite. Everyone who doesn't
Yeah.
go to the South acts like it's one accent. It's not, man. It's 30 dialects.
Oh yeah, every 10 feet.
Yeah.
I watched Devil's Advocate last night. It's Keanu Reeves is a Southern lawyer, and he goes to work in New York for the devil, who is Al Pacino, who is the devil. That's the plot. is
Wow.
that the devil owns a law firm,
This
and he
is-
hires.
This movie was written by every Southern mom.
dude. His
He's up
mom
there
is
working for the devil.
His mom tells him, New York City is Babylon. And he's like, Mama, you're embarrassing me. It's fucking nuts, dude. It's the worst accent. Like, his accent in Dracula, like when he tries to be British, is fucked. But it is way better than his Southern lawyer accent is the
Dude.
worst. I love Keanu Reeves. I love John Wick. But man, he says some fucked shit. My mom was coming to town. She was worried about my job at the farm, and it's like I'm not. That's not exaggerating. It's
Oh man.
I can't believe it.
cannot wait to watch that movie. I've never seen it, despite being a fan of both of those guys. I especially love that it's definitely him being like, "Why, sir, I couldn't possibly carry out this insane request from the devil." And then the devil's like, "She's got a great ass."
Dude, and he is turning it. It's that character, that overacting 90s
Yes,
Pacino
dude.
shit.
Hell
He's
yeah,
doing it
dude.
the whole movie. There's one
Yes.
where Keanu's like, "I have problems with my daddy," and the devil goes, "Oh, you telling me?" And it's every line. He's like, "I'm the devil." He's like screaming, like it's
Right.
so obvious.
It's like a
And-
reference to books in the Bible.
Oh,
Dude,
everything, dude.
man.
And
I-
Charlize Theron is his wife. And Charlize Theron is Keanu's wife, and she's like, "I'm lonely in New York City. You're always working for the devil."
Dude,
It's
every line
killing me.
contains the word the devil. God damn. It really is like Sam Wiles, who's so funny, has a great joke about this, about how like when you move to a big city, people who don't live in a big city act like you are like getting killed every day. You're like, they're just like, "How do you do it?" And you're like, "It's great. It's
Yeah.
great." But yeah, that is like exactly what people think. They're like, "Well, he moved up there and his boss is the devil and they force him to suck the devil's dick every day. He's been poisoned." It's just my son, we had to disown him. He moved to New York City and every day he had an orgy with 2,000 men. Jesus.
I remember that happened one time. I went on a camping trip, and my mom was like, "Is this camping trip an orgy?" And I was like, "Mom,
Good Lord.
I'm so flattered that you think I could organize or get invited to an orgy. I'm a nerd, Mom.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not
Well,
cool."
He signed up for the Boy Scouts and they had a trip up to New York City, and I just know he's going to come back sleeping on glow sticks and sucking dick. He left here just a nice boy, loves OJ, loves a nice ham sandwich, came back, cocaine, dick sucking, and glow sticks. That's all he
like-
does.
Wouldn't I, if I wanted to do that, wouldn't I do it a mile from my house? Like I'm lazy. I
You
don't
think they
want to.
don't have dick sucking in Georgia? They have dick sucking everywhere, dude. It's
Every time you
everywhere.
cross the state line, the cop's like, "Well, somebody trying to do a little dick sucking in my state."
No, not here. Not out here.
No, so
This is a no dick sucking town now.
no. You can eat a spot of pussy if you like, but I don't like the dick sucking in my state.
Now, if you slip me a Washington or perhaps a Lincoln, I'll tell you a basement or two you might get your dick sucking on, but can't be doing it in the light of day. No, sir.
It's always his address.
I can tell you a hole in the side of a door where there might be a dick coming through it. Sure, it's near where old Officer Dumbass lives. You look and his nameplate says Dumbass. That's right. My pappy was the captain of this here department, Captain Dumbass, and my grandpappy was the I come from a long line of police captain dumbasses.
I wonder how often that's happened, like a reverse seduction, where you get pulled over and the cop sucks your dick.
Oh man.
I'm going to turn you in for corruption, officer. Whoa, now. Whose dick do I got to suck to not have you rat me out?
Is it yours? Is it your dick? Because, you know, I'm not going to say it directly now, but let's just say I'll suck your dick. Old Officer Dumbass has sucked a couple dicks in his day. My pappy sucked some dicks, and my grandpappy sucked some dicks. Right here on this
love how he's
spot where
still-
I pulled you over.
He's so old-fashioned, he still has to talk about his pappy.
Well, look, my dumbass has been sucking dick in this town since before the Civil War.
My pappy told me The male G-spot was a myth. Well, let me tell you something.
I don't know if it's advancements in modern technology, but we stayed on the search, old dumbasses, and by golly, we found it. My great-great-grandpappy, he picked up his wife and his kids. They filled up their wagon, and they went west looking for a better life, and along the way, he sucked everybody's dick that he met.
That's the thing. One of my favorite Tom Simmons jokes. He has all these jokes about the devil, and at the end he ends it with like the devil's like trying to revamp his image, and his poster's like, "Hey, I invented the blowjob, the devil." And I think about it all the time. Like he didn't
Damn.
invent sex; he just invented the.
Amazing.
Like he's tinkering in a basement with like a Bunsen burner and his. It's like.
Oh
Jeweler's
yeah,
loop.
a little bit of yeah, okay. The dick in the elbow? No, that's not quite it. Man, I do want to talk a little bit more about all the Southern accents because we've done a bunch of them. They're like the drawl, the one that Keanu Reeves fucked. Oh yeah,
Yeah, Southern New Orleans lawyer.
right.
Is one. That's Foghorn Leghorn is in that category.
And then there's like
you got the one that's like, hey, I don't
Yeah.
think you ever be talking shit about my goddamn president. You think, motherfucker?
And that's the one who says like at. I think the word like at, which is a contraction of like and that. He's
Like at.
Hey, like at. Hey, don't be always sitting over there looking at me like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Don't look at me like that. I don't like that. That guy.
Then you got the one that's like,
The
oh,
deep drawl.
I was thinking that if you couldn't, dude.
Dude. Dude, I'm not going to sit here and just let you say all that kind of shit to
Without
my face.
sucking my dick.
Dude, don't sit there and call me a bitch without sucking on my dick a little bit.
Don't suck my dick. Tell me it's raining. It's like, all right, I think if you know.
Whose dick I gotta suck to find a man who will suck a dick in this town? That's where I grew up. You suck my dick, I suck your dick. Or eat your pussy. Whatever you got down there, I'll suck it, I'll lick it, I'll do
I
it.
like a man with a firm handshake and a good blowjob. dude.
Yeah. Man,
That's how I was raised.
That's how I was raised. Every man in the high school I went to had a big old dick or a wet ass pussy. And I don't care what you got, but it better be big or wet. Hell, man, I'll take a hard pussy and a wet dick. I don't care. Just do your job down there.
My daddy had a lot. He had 3 jobs. He had a big pussy, and a big dick.
Yeah, and he provided for his family. Well, anyway, Caleb, how are you?
Oh man, I'm having a good week.
Yeah, you suck a lot of dick?
Oh,
Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you. You know what actually is one of my favorite Southern accents? I forgot this one. This guy who goes like this. He's
Yeah.
always yelling at everybody. Hey, hey, get out of there and get in there. Hey, you know that guy. Come on. It's the Let's Go Brandon guy. I don't agree with him, but I do like how he
Yeah.
talks. Hey,
I do like. Hey, oh
yeah.
hell no!
Oh,
Fuck
hell
Joe
no.
Biden, Joe Biden and his fucking son. Now, let me tell you, fuck motherfucker.
Yeah, totally.
I like the guy, the like preacher accent. There's a preacher Southern accent that Ted Cruz borrows, where it's just like, I was thinking, that
Yes.
what's really important. And you're just like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
There's also the horny Southern man, which is what Lindsey Graham does, and George W.
I
Bush.
think.
It's like they chuckle every 5 or 6 words. I don't. I just, hey, that's not what I'm trying to do. Y'all can do that if y'all want to, but that's just not what I came here to do. I'm not trying to judge nobody for, not sucking my dick. I'm just saying I came here to get my dick sucked. And so That's what I think should happen.
It's so funny too, because it's like, what are you over there just cracking yourself up? Like, no,
Totally.
just my own thoughts.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Ah.
Every morning I kiss myself in the mirror. That's what I think when they're like cracking themselves. They're just like so in love with themselves. That's what, okay.
Well, yeah. And sometimes like somebody will just say a really good point to them, and they're like, well,
Wow.
if that's what you think, then
Oh, yeah. And they just don't have a comeback. They just say like, well, I guess you can think that. Or they say some sort of like adage that they just made up. Is that, I feel like that's got to be a skill they teach in Southern schools, to just like come up with little limericks on the fly. Well, just like, well, if that's what you think. I mean, some things, some shit looks like Coke, but it's Sprite.
a bird in your ass is better than 2 chicks on your dick. I don't think.
Okay.
But your dad said that? Yeah, that's what my daddy said.
Yeah. Can't float out to sea. Ain't nothing on nothing but a truck tire. Suppose that's true.
I've noticed that now they're all saying that dog won't hunt.
Yes.
Like everybody's saying it. Like I heard Ben Shapiro say it the other day. I was like, dog won't hunt. That dog won't hunt. And it's like, really, Ben? You spend a lot of time with hunting dogs?
Isn't
Out
the
on the
phrase
trail?
dog will hunt about fucking also? Or acting like a scumbag? Dog will hunt. I never really understood it. It's just sort of like, it's like saying babies throw up. It's like, it's just thing does thing it does, right? That's what it is?
Well, the dog is some dogs will hunt,
Right.
And if you're a hunter, you're like good.
Right.
And if a dog won't hunt, that dog is a bitch. And it's like it's not your fault. Maybe you didn't train the dog good. I don't know, but I think it's supposed to mean like, fuck that. That dog won't hunt.
Yes. Well, dog will hunt is like, well,
That dog will hunt.
that's good.
That's good.
But oh, I see. So it's like a hunter's saying. It's not like, I thought it was like like you're like, well, yeah, my uncle keeps grabbing my wife's shoulder and she doesn't like it. And then they're like, well, dog will hunt. He's a piece of shit, so he's going to act like a piece of shit. I'm happy to hear that's not what it means.
Boys will be boys is the
Oh, I see.
yeah. They never say girls will be girls.
Totally.
It's like women do things.
Well, that's because they're wrong. The people that are like boys will be boys are like everything they say about girls. Girls are like, I don't want to do that, and they're like, do it.
Right.
Be a girl. And they're
Yeah,
like,
woman's
I
like
am.
going to the hospital to give birth. Girls will be girls.
Yeah, totally.
What a whore.
Yeah, totally.
Girls.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Girls will be girls. I also, one of my favorite things is like one of the tropes is men will be like, someone's like, you got kids? Yeah, 3 daughters. And then the other guy's like, whoo, boy. That's a lot of women in the house. And you're like, it's just like, yep, my life is, it's what's the term? Shit, that would have been a better riff if I thought of the term. Obstacle
No,
course.
they always say that.
It's an obstacle course of estrogen in there.
You know
what
it.
to do.
I'm unhappy.
Right, totally.
My life's unhappy because of it.
I married a woman, and then I had 3 daughters, and every single day I think about killing myself.
Sometimes I'll be beating my daughter's ass and wish she was a boy. I could beat his ass
Right,
too.
totally. Anyway, even though I've expressed frustration every single day of my life since I became a man in a 4-woman household, I'm still going to kill the first man she dates.
You ever had a girlfriend who had only sisters before? So when you whenever you go meet their dad, he has not seen a man. He hasn't like hung out with a
He's
guy
so
in his house
excited.
for like years.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you want to come see my?
I got a knife. You want to see my
You want
knife?
to come to my room?
It's totally like
I got
that,
some cool
totally.
stuff in my room.
Yeah, totally.
No, I think it's fun.
I mean, it's funny. As we were doing that riff, I was thinking that too. Like there's obviously like parts of that I get. I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember, and also that thing about like, I'm not she dates whatever is your boyfriends. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I got that in me too. I do. I like my
What are your
girlfriend through.
intentions?
Yeah, exactly. My girlfriend through most of high school, her dad, I guess he was her stepdad. He really liked me a lot. And I know that both looking back and him telling me that as adults. But one time one time I went to pick her up. I didn't have a car. I was like walking to the door. My mom was driving, and I knock on the door, and he opens the door holding a shotgun, cocks it, and says, "Come on in." He once opened the door sharpening a knife. He would threaten to hit me with his belt and stuff. and dude, I was like terrified of this guy, but he was also funny, like he also was. And so then she and I broke up, and then I visited her. We were still friends, and I visited her from college at some point the summer or whatever. They had a new place in a new town, and he did that. He was like, come on, let me show you this. And he showed me some books and maps and shit that he had.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy, I got to tell you, I don't really know how to handle you being nice to me. And he goes, and he just looks at me and he goes, well, you're not trying to fuck my daughter anymore. And
it's so funny because they can't say that. What they really want to say when you meet them is, "Don't fuck my daughter."
just don't.
But they don't. They say, "What are your intentions?"
Right.
Hoping that you'll accidentally blurt it out.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny to be like, I was planning to frame her for murder.
Right.
That's my intention.
Yeah, totally. I want, after a few dates, I'm gonna bring her back to my apartment, and we're gonna start making out a little bit on the couch, And what she won't know by that point is that I've drugged her. And she's going to wake up a few hours later in a tub missing a kidney. That's my intentions with your daughter. I'm going to steal her organs.
She does have good organs.
Oh, all
when
right.
You think
Okay.
about it.
I get this guy.
He's got her mama's kidneys. And,
I grew up trading on the black market myself, so this is my kind of dude. Anyway, you keep talking like this, you might be the newest member of the dumbass family. This is Officer Dumbass.
Officer Dumbass.
Dude, I got in trouble with the cops when I was in 11th grade.
Oh, damn.
And it was because I never did anything too crazy. I was too afraid. But we were going to hang out with my friends in a neighboring town, and we were early, and it was myself, my friend Bobby, and my girlfriend at the time. And we had heard tell about the concept of stealing a street sign. And we were like, well, we got a couple hours to kill. Let's drive around this rural part of New York and look for a sign to steal. And so we come across a road called Woodcock Mountain Road.
Okay.
And we're like, well, obviously it's on. It doesn't really seem like we have an option anymore. And so we were at one intersection of Woodcock Mountain Road, and the sign was kind of rusted, so we didn't think we could pop it out. And we were like, all right, well, let's drive down Woodcock Mountain Road for a while and see if there's an easier sign to steal. And there was one that was wasn't even screwed in. It was sort of new, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. And I just I was like, pull over. I just jumped out of the car, ran up, and I started jumping up and punching the sign from underneath to try to pop it out of the holder. And I wasn't even paying attention. We had pulled over. It was an intersection with like a 4-lane major road. And like immediately a cop saw me. Like right away and was like, boop. And I was like, ah, shit, dude.
Wow.
And yeah. He like, it was like, stand over here. And he was like, you kids. He had us all get out of the car. And he was like, he looked us up and none of us had a record. And then so he was like lecturing us. But the hardest part about it was that he was like lecturing us. His nameplate said Post. His name was Officer Post. and like the whole, he's like yelling at us and telling us that we're ruffians and, you know, rapscallions or whatever he was saying, shenanigans, all those kinds of words.
Good Lord.
And we were just all laughing. We were all just like the whole time because his name was Officer Post.
Post.
Well, we didn't know that back then. We were, yeah. And we were not all white, and
Right.
which was even would have been scarier had we known that.
Right.
And anyway, yeah, he said that we had to have our parents call him, and if they didn't call him within one day, then he was going to come arrest us, which I also know is not true. You don't let people go and then show up at their house later and arrest them.
Yeah, I don't think that's how. And I also think cops are like, you can I always hate when you're in trouble with the cops and they're annoyed, where they're like, oh, come, you shouldn't have done that.
Come on. Yeah.
They're like, it's not a big enough thing to really piss them off. They're just like,
Yeah.
damn it.
My mom is going to call you. You know what's
Yeah.
funny is that my parents are hard asses and my dad is angry as shit all the time. But I told them that happened and they were like, oh, all right. Because, like, what did the cop think was going to happen?
Right.
Like, you think parents don't know that 15-year-old kids steal street signs sometimes? Like, you think,
Yeah.
I had straight A's. Like, what do they fucking care?
We're not allowed to work. It's kind of like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I'm
It says
tall.
Woodcock Mountain Road, dude.
Yeah,
He's
it's
15.
really funny.
Like, what do you want?
Dude, one time in college, sophomore year, I woke up and there was a street sign in my room with like mud on the bottom of it and everything, and I was like, damn, I was like, I think I had 2 beers left. Did I get drunk and steal this fucking street sign? And then my
Whoa.
roommates were eating breakfast and they're like, no, we stole it and just put it in your room because you were asleep. And I was like, oh, all right.
That's hilarious.
But I was so worried. I was like, damn, I've got a problem. I think I
Wow.
went to bed, woke up, and I sleepwalked and stole a street sign. I'm
Yeah,
fucked
wow,
up.
dude. Wow. That also just says a lot about how much you drank. Like the fact
Yeah.
that you were able to be like, maybe I did. You know?
Right. Well, I heard about blacking out. I've never blacked out, but I've heard about it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it must have happened to me.
Yeah.
But I always get too tired to keep drinking. But for me to drink enough to black out, I would literally just have to guzzle a bottle of liquor like a beer to black out, I think.
Man, I used to black out.
Yeah.
And I would do that. I would guzzle.
That's
dude.
crazy.
I was definitely like sad, didn't know what depression was, and trying to like forget life.
No one
Like,
knew
I
what it was.
Definitely knew. I was definitely, yeah, totally. But I was like, we're talking, when I was in college, every day, I would come home I had like class all day, then work at the dining hall where I was a dishwasher. And then on the walk home, I would buy 240s, drink them right away. And then
That's nuts.
my roommates and I would get a handle of whiskey and drink the whole thing. And then we would get a 12-pack and drink that. And I would like black out every night. Oh, yeah. I had a definitely problem for sure. It's really crazy to think about.
It'd be a real problem if you drank that much and didn't black out. That'd be the problem. Holy
Yes.
shit. That's a lot, dude.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't
Damn.
recommend it. I
No.
wasn't happy, and
You
I
don't
don't
feel
really.
good the next day when you drink that much.
No, you don't, and you don't hang out with people you like. I didn't like my friends and I don't hang out with those people. We didn't like each
Yeah.
other. We were just wasted, and
Right.
you know, we would bond over things like Bob Dylan. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
real things everyone can agree on. We'd be like, "You like the color green? Me too."
Oh,
You know?
green kicks ass, dude.
Yeah, Lou, these are my buddies, man. We all like green. We all like Bob Dylan. We all don't like walking. We love a couch. We like truth. We hate lies. And we all love Armageddon. You know what I mean?
love Justin Harris has one of my favorite jokes about the people. He's like, I wish I was dumb so bad. And he's like, dumb people can have like 10 minutes in between thoughts. Like, that sounds so relaxing. And then he does the act out where a guy's like, man, pussy's good. And then it's just the wind blowing. I'm hungry. Like, that's
Oh, wow, dude.
I think about that bit all the time. Man, pussy's good.
Man.
Oh, I wish I was dumb too.
That's so funny, dude. I was Steph Toleb, whose praises we sing all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
She used to be dating this guy who had a real stupid brother. And
Oh, that's what it's like. If you've never met Steph, that's what it's like when she walks up to you. It's in the middle of a story. I'm dating this guy with a fucking idiot brother. You're like, whoa,
wow.
what happened?
I just learned a bunch of facts in like 2 seconds. So she was like, he's really great and he's so hot. And I'm, man, he's bringing his brother to this party. And God, I hate this guy. He's such a moron. And sure enough, I don't know. I'm going to fuck up what he said. But it was like a quote party, but it was like an adult party. It was at Steph's apartment. There's 15 adults there sitting around in a circle, laughing, having drinks. A drinks party, the equivalent of a dinner party, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like LA comedians, you know? And there's like feminists there. You know what I mean?
Of course.
I mean, all of us, quite frankly. But, you know, there are people whose life is like getting angry about feminism on the internet in the room, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh boy. Oh boy.
this dude, we're all like having fun and like cracking jokes and being stupid and shit. And I don't know, someone makes a sex joke. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the dude Steph was with, and her brother was sitting there, and he goes, "Yeah, you know when she's sucking on your dick and you lean down to grab the titty."
Whoa.
He just like said that, and I remember having to bite my tongue. I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, dude, this is like the most fish out of water shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. And he's just like a dumbass who thinks dumbass stuff and like didn't understand.
Well, I want to know more. I want to go, well, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
Well, but what about that?
What about that? Yeah. It was like I wanted to know too. I was like, how does this relate?
I've been in that situation like that. I
Yeah,
guess.
man. We all saw The Pianist, but why is this related to that?
That would be really funny if it was like, man, I really wonder if Kamala Harris is going to be on the ticket for next time around. You know when you get your dick sucked.
You lean down, grab a titty.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel about the Democrats.
I feel like they're sucking my dick, but let me grab a little titty. Yeah. It turns out he's just like a really smart guy with like horrible references.
Yeah. I want to know what that was a jumping off point for. Maybe he just
So-
wanted to remind everybody about,
Are the Democrats your dick and the titty is campaign finance reform?
Dude, if you got to ask what the titty is,
You
there's
never
no
gonna
point.
know. You might as well just suck on my dick till the end of time. Because that titty ain't never coming out, not for y'all. You can't grab Officer Dumbass's titty, not while you're sucking on his dick, tell you what.
Dude, so I found out an insane thing about Guns N' Roses that I can't believe we didn't talk about in our Guns N' Roses episode. But I didn't realize in their second album, which did not do great, which is called like Lies or something. It's like everybody knows Use Your Illusion, and it's like this weird album. I'd never even seen that cover before. And one of the reasons it didn't do good, I clicked on Wikipedia, and it was like controversy, and I looked at it, and they're like, Axl Rose's use of the N-word
Oh
in
God.
one of the songs was criticized, and I was like,
Sure.
I'm sure, I bet it was 1988,
Wow.
and he's the whitest man alive. And then I was reading what he said in response, and what he said is the dumbest shit. He goes, "Oh, I didn't mean it like racially. I just meant like someone who's like getting on your nerves."
Dude.
and then like 20 years later, they asked him again. He's like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have said that." I meant like
Wow.
someone you don't like not like racial. I was just talking about like somebody you want to step off.
My
It's
God.
like he's the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
The dumbest dude.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you ever heard that great story about him, Courtney Love, and Kurt Cobain? You know that
Oh yeah,
story, right?
the leash.
Oh, actually, I haven't heard
Is
that
that what he said?
version. What's the?
Oh, what did you say yours?
What I heard was he like Courtney Love was like wasted backstage somewhere and going crazy. And I also love that there was an era in music where Guns N' Roses and Nirvana were both huge.
Oh, that's crazy.
In the modern, like not as like a forever thing, like in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
So Kurt Cobain has to be backstage with fucking Axl Rose, and he two opposite people.
Yeah.
And he walks up to Kurt, and he's like, "Hey, man, tell your bitch to shut up."
Oh.
And and Kurt apparently turned to Courtney and says, "Shut up, bitch."
Oh, see, I heard about another. There's another of them butting head story I heard
Okay.
at like some award show. Because you know when you see people passing, like when they get up to accept their award. Apparently, one time, when they were passing, I can't remember who was winning the award, but Axl Rose said to Kurt, "Keep your bitch on a leash, or I'll take you to the pavement." Which is like,
Wow.
did you write that? And we're like, when am I gonna say this today?
Yes.
Because it's the most. It's just insane. Keep
Wow.
your bitch on a leash.
That could also just be the same story grown over time through like
Possibly.
you know. Yeah.
We should write like the Gospel of Axl Rose, where it's like the same story in 4 different ways. That'd be fun.
Have you heard there's that a similar story about Kenny Chesney and Chris Christopherson? Have you heard this?
No.
Well, sadly, it involves like they're like drunk country guys. So I think in the real story, there's a little bit of like, there was a little bit of cursing that I would like to use involved. A little bit of offensive slurs, kind
Yeah.
of shit. But Kenny Chesney is like at the height of his thing, and Chris Christopherson is not, and he's like an
Yeah.
actor, and he's one of the Highwaymen, and he's just old.
Yeah.
And so like, but like the Highwaymen, and they all get on festivals and shit with these big country guys because they're so respected. And so as the story goes, Chris Christopherson and like whoever his buddies are just sitting somewhere. And then Kenny Chesney, who's a fucking not a country guy, he's a pop star. He's like a fucking pop star. And a bro and a frat boy walks by with a bunch of other cowboy bro frat boys and says, "Oh, hey, if it isn't the like bedwetting liberal cuck side of country." And apparently Chris Christopherson goes, "You ever fight for your country, you fucking bitch?"
Whoa.
Yeah. And everyone's like, "Oh, shit." Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, no, he called him a draft dodger. That's what it was.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, the Country Wars. I would watch that documentary.
Yeah, totally.
That's
It's like, how
nuts.
do you not, man? Chris Christopherson. What's your problem with Chris Christopherson, dude?
Right.
He like voted for fucking Obama? Like, what the hell, dude?
It's also just like, dude, if you can't get along with other country singers, like it's not gonna be a good. Like you're all like, you like dirt roads? Hell yeah.
Totally, dude.
Drinking beer? Goddamn right.
Protecting
And,
your wife. You protect your wife, drink beer.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
are always trying to attack my wife. She's a bitch.
That is the
What do you
perspective
think
of
about
country.
unions, though? Fuck them. Fuck them.
Totally.
What do you-
Unions.
What do you think about foreign policy?
Imagine being anti-union.
Yeah. Jobs should pay worse.
Yeah, totally. I think that the majority is wrong. I don't like the working class. Like, what are we talking
That's
about?
an insane thing. That's so funny that there's like I was reading about it because all this union strikes and
Yeah.
like the history. It's so funny that there's a party that's like, we are on the side of workers, and there's another party that just goes, no.
Yeah, totally. We
Oh,
want
that's so funny.
rich people to have money.
I'm on the side of the non-earners.
Yeah.
It's like
Totally.
fucking what? Yeah, dude. Like, like you see that guy sitting in the chair in the shade, drinking lemonade and yelling at the guy with the shovel. I'm on his side. It's like what?
It's also
Ow.
totally. There's a lot of stuff like that. Just sort of broad. I like any like belief system where when you ask like a very basic human question and their answer is like, well, we need to know everything that's going on there. Is you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you support this group of labor organizers? Just people trying to get better pay. All right. Well, we don't know what's going on the other side. It's just like what.
Dude, that's just as if you're like, are you on the side of the worker? Well, what were they wearing when they negotiated their
Right.
wage?
Totally.
And by the way, I mean I know that Democrats are like shitty, but at least they pretend and go, I'm on the side of the workers. You got to give
Right.
it up
It's
to
a
the
simple
Republicans
concept.
because the Democrats say they are and then they don't.
Right.
But at least the Republicans are like, fuck them.
It's also obviously like there's like some organized crime and like gangs involved in some unions, and that's fucked up. But that's like
I would hope
you should
so.
just hate
I want a
crime.
gang in my union. I
Right.
don't want some pussy ass union
Yeah.
with no baseball bats.
There
Y'all
you
ain't
go.
got bats. Come on, dude.
I do love that it is just like strength in numbers, and in those
Yeah.
numbers there's always going to be someone like sort of thuggish. Like, have you seen that movie Milk?
Course.
You know,
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
I love that movie. And I love, like, I didn't know this part. They like went to the Teamsters came to them or something, and they were like, or some union came to them and was like, we need help with the like bars in the area. And this like, because at that point Harvey Milk was, for lack of a better term, the leader of the gay community. And they were like trying to establish themselves as a group that mattered in San Francisco. So these like thugs came to them and they were like, hey, can you like boycott this beer? And they were like, yeah. And I just love that. I guess it just like
Yeah.
comes down to groups needing the help of groups. And a
Yeah.
bunch of like crazy organized crime thugs were asked like 2,000 gay men to hurt the economy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dude, it's of course. And I
and
like
why wouldn't you support them? the
I
big
want a
groups?
gang fighting for
Yeah.
me because rich people got a gang fighting for them. The big businesses got gangs fighting for them.
Totally.
It's like why wouldn't I? Like if somebody's like, man, the comedians union is really mobbed up, I would say good.
Yeah.
I hope they get more guns and
Yeah.
clubs and
Totally.
come on.
Man, that's a good
That'd
point,
be
man.
great.
We should be violent, you and me. I
Not
heard what you said.
violent.
I heard what you said. And we'll be me and you and Officer Dumbass are going to take on the world together. I like that we
You
got
and
characters
Officer
on this
Dumbass.
show.
Yeah,
We
we got
got-
Miss Ham, Officer Dumbass,
Bob on the knob and the
knob.
Sandman. Yeah, dude. Speaking of that, we should take a break and do some ads, but
That's
we will
true.
be right back.
We love you.
What's it called?
Welcome to What's It Called, everybody.
Oh shit!
my
Welcome to What's It
God.
Called.
Get ready to lay
Oh,
down, y'all.
I love you.
Lay your ass down.
You Richard Carnes. You
Yeah.
sleeping potato fucks.
What's up, sleepers? We're the
Hell
Potato
yeah.
Boys. We
It's the
just
best day
love
of my
you.
life.
Man, face down, ass up. This is What's It Called. You're Richard Karn, and so am I. And you're never going to
Yeah,
stop
dude.
laying down, because how
Hell
could you?
yeah! This is a
Yeah.
podcast where we figure shit out, we get after it, and swing it around.
Yeah, that's right. Since our podcast's inception, we have lost two of our, I would say, nemesis. We've
Yeah.
toppled two evils with this podcast and with this podcast alone, and their names are Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon.
Yeah. Who
God,
knew?
we took them down. Good Lord, we hated them before anyone hated them, and now they're both.
That is true.
Yeah.
Everyone. That's wow. Who's next?
Totally, dude.
Who else sucks?
Yeah, who else sucks on the Democrat side? It's funny. It's like, because, Tucker Carlson got taken down the same day as Don Lemon, but it's not even really news to me because it's like, I don't interact with that world, and they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're just going to get their own channel. It's like not.
Right.
It still sucks. I just don't want to see them. So, yeah, Don Lemon's out of my field of view now. Who can we do that with? I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know. I remember there was a time where I liked Rachel Maddow, and then I think she lost her mind.
I don't really hate her the way I hated Don Lemon.
No,
though.
I don't hate her either. I stopped watching because everything she said was going to happen didn't. She was like wrong
Totally.
about 35 things in a row, and I was
Totally.
like, now I feel stupid. I was going around at parties like, well, Rachel Maddow said next month if the Manhattan is never,
Totally.
not one thing. I was so embarrassed.
Totally. And that's accurate. She was just like worried, whereas Don Lemon was like, they're hiding nuclear weapons in cakes. And he was like, shut up, dude.
Women.
Yeah, totally.
That shit he said. I mean, that's, how fucking full
Tone
of shit
deaf.
you got to be.
I know.
Just you talk shit about a Republican on CNN and they fire you. Like, that's fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
But to go like, oh, my problem with Nikki Haley is she's an old bag. I mean, that's what we're supposed to. That's what comedians are supposed to
Right.
say. Not a guy in a suit.
Also, when we say it, everyone gets mad. It's not. You know what I mean? It's.
I would like to see Gavin Newsom stop. I think he's the most annoying motherfucker in the world. If we could
Yeah,
somehow
that's a
get him
good
out of
one.
here.
Getting
Yeah.
rid of him.
He's so annoying, dude.
Adam Schiff.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah, he sucks, dude. Just
So
any of these like entitled, rich Democrats who think because they're more liberal than a Republican, I'm supposed to think they're amazing. Just any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'd like Katie Porter. She's fun. She emails me 35 times a day,
Yes.
and I think she's writing them herself. I think she's the only one. There's tons of typos. It says sent from my iPhone at the bottom. I'm like, Katie,
Oh,
Katie
that's
Porter.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
get it. I'm doing. Can you chip in? I'm like, no.
Who's Katie Porter? I don't know Katie Porter.
She's
I don't
in
think.
Congress.
Oh, okay.
You should look her up. She's great. She always does the whiteboard. She'll like draw a picture on there and put an X through it in Congress. She's great.
Oh, funny, dude.
But yeah, there's a lot of annoying. Dude, Pierce Morgan is annoying as shit.
Is he a Democrat?
Yeah.
I think I had forgotten that because he's such a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah. I also hate an interview when he disagrees with someone who'll go, "Come off it," and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can't take you serious, dude.
Yeah,
You just told him
shut
to
up.
come off it.
Yeah.
Come off it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He also, and even Democrats. I read this article about how, more than any other liberal pundit, he's got a really big face. He's got like
He does have a big face.
oh my god, it's such a big face.
One reason I hate him is he tries to act like he's fucking Edward R. Murrow. But all I can think of is his face reacting to Susan Boyle singing. When
Oh,
he was like,
yes.
"This ugly bitch can't sing," and then she
Dude.
started singing and he cried, and I was like, "Go to hell."
It's
like-
like what are we talking?
I'm not gonna listen to your thoughts on the Ukraine. You cried because an ugly lady could sing. Like, I don't think so, dude.
That whole thing was crazy. Everyone in the world, everyone agreed. No one talked shit to each other about it. Everyone was like, this woman with a Cockney accent who just looks like a mother came out here and had her accent, and everyone's like, well, this is going to fucking suck. And like everyone in the whole world did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck this. And And then it's like, well, I saw a video on TikTok the other day that's like, don't judge a book by its cover. They're trying to inject this stupid bullshit into kids' brains now from 20 years ago. They're trying to do it again, dude.
Well, it's also like we all knew ugly people could sing. We just didn't give them money for it. That was the
Yeah.
rule for like 1,000 years.
Totally.
Is you can sing good, great. You
Totally.
can do it at karaoke. We'll let you do it at church. Maybe a national anthem here and there. But we're not
Right.
going to watch you sing.
Right.
We'll listen.
We'll
But
listen.
we don't want to. We're not going to. And everybody was like, holy shit, the world's first ugly singer. It's like.
It's very similar to politics if you think about it, because the rule of the world is this: if you're hot and you can sing, we'll pay you. If you're ugly and you can sing, we will not pay you. If you're hot and you can't sing, we will pay you to sing. It's awful. Comedy has become not really that different.
No, it's
Um,
true. It's true.
There are like a bunch of unfunny hot people, and the world is like, I will go to that show.
Yeah.
That is, I want to look at that person. It makes me feel
Yeah, I
good
mean,
to
there's
look at a
some-
hot person.
It is, but I do wonder if it even occurs to them that they're not laughing, or maybe they are laughing.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. It's
Maybe they are.
interesting.
Maybe they're so hot it's funny. Maybe they're like, oh man, I'm laughing now because I know I'm gonna jerk off later.
Or if your act is like about funny things people are saying because you're so hot, you
Mm.
know, like people come up to me and they go, "Oh," you're like, "Yeah, I bet they would. You are
Yeah,
hot."
bup. Everyone says that before they ask me a question. So you know how when you're just trying to put away all the free merch you got that week, and someone comes up and stutters. That's that's my I'm a hot guy bit. Hey, do you want to
You're,
rename the NBA?
Yeah,
Caleb?
dude, we gotta rename it. I watched a bunch last night, and that is not the name. You would think
Nah.
with something so beloved and entertaining, it would have something better than just some initials.
Yeah, totally, dude.
I got some
Just
good
like-
names for this shit.
Yeah, totally. That's such a good point because basketball really is the most fun. It's the most fun to watch. They're having fun out there. Everyone's having a blast.
Jack Nicholson's there, you know.
Yeah. It should be like, yeah, dunking and bouncing and running around. That's what it should be called. Same logo. Yeah, Jumpy Boys. Yeah. Jumpy Donkey
Jumpy
Boys.
Boys is good.
The Jumpy Donkey Boys.
All right, I went on a tear. I got a bunch. I got LeBron James's "I Love This Court and Balls."
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Extremely fair and incredibly fell down.
Hell yeah, dude.
I got Steph Curry's Genuine Mouthguard Chewing Company. Every white player looks like Cousin Greg from far away.
Dude, wow. That's great, dude.
I got Dude, Where's My Foul?
Yeah.
Knee Brace Association. I know it's spelled with a K. I got Nuts Butts. Anybody? I got Whiteman also failed to impress at defense.
Hell yeah.
I got our logo is a photograph of Joe Biden bouncing a ball.
Yeah, dude, that logo.
I got Jack Nicholson's I Love This Reason to Live.
Wow. I like that a lot.
That's it. That's all I got.
And I have, aside from Jumpy Fun Donkey Boys, which I think is pretty good.
Jumpy Fun Donkey Boys is very good.
Yeah, having fun running around. I think it's definitely yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a ridiculously tall, sexy, bouncing men. Oh man, and I have this one, the Fun NFL. I got that one. And then other than that, I just have what the acronym means. NBA. All right. Neil Brennan's ass. No bitches allowed. North Brooklyn Amber Alert. No one's going to borrow my Acura. Nuts, balls, and ankles. The New Butts Association. And finally, nerds be annoying. And that's it.
Man, that was great.
Thank
Some
you.
good acronyms there.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, those were all so fun. And so the game we played on Twitter this week, we are at What's It Pod if you want to jump in on the game. We did What If the NBA Was Only in Canada? And as always, y'all are just so good at this now. You guys crush, dude.
Yeah, these were really funny.
So funny. Coming in at number 10 in our top 10 of your Twitter responses at Sheeby Carlene, kids with the ball. I didn't even get the kids in the hall reference right away. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, they use some real good Canadian gyms in here. Number 9 from at Dumb Space Bimbo. Never been angry.
Hell yeah, dude. At Chagadelic had Northern Bounce Hockey Association. Very good. Very, very good.
Number 7 from at Max J. Kerr. Air hockey.
Dude, that's really clever, dude.
Air hockey.
Number 6, at Mike Carosa. The tall guys have most fun game, but we're all having a nice time, rec league and thrift shop. And Mike is Canadian, so that's great.
Oh, yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he gets it.
Number 5 from at Asparagus Spring. Lorne Michaels presents horse.
That's great. Number 4, at Laundry Pants. I think we have a team.
That's true. They do have a team, but
That's great. Yeah,
just
yeah.
one, right? I don't know.
I think it's 2 or 3 at this
There's
point.
no way to know something like that.
You can't look that up.
Number 3 from at Boogeyman Weather. Her is crossed out. His Majesty's Royal Hoople They haven't had time to make a whole new sign yet.
Dude, that's so funny. At Larry Bolello with sorry about the squeaking. Yeah.
And our number 1, our Ricky shit for this week from at Turducken MRE. Fellas in fuzzy ear flap hats, chucking salmon into syrup buckets presented by Labatt Blue.
Oh, hell yeah. Nothing like a nice little Canadian racism to end out this episode about the
I really love it.
Yeah, me too.
favorite
Y'all are the
kind.
best.
We love
Thank you so much for listening to our stupid-ass show about sucking
Hell
dick.
yeah. And join the Patreon, kick us a few bucks, get some bonus episodes, get yourself a
Yeah.
hat and a t-shirt at our web store
Yeah.
at whatsitcalled.rodeo. No, it's just rodeo.
Shop
What's it
dot
called?
what's-
Rodeo.
Shop.whatsitcalled.rodeo is the shop, and the
Oh, yeah.
website is whatsitcalled.rodeo, and all our links and stuff are on
man.
both of those. We're patreon.com/whatsitcalled. There we go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Caleb, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, it's the best day of my life.
Me too. I'll see you next week.
Peace.
What's it called? What's it